Hey everyone, it is Marco here, back once again from the mycolorscreen channel, and in today's video I'm going to be bringing you a combined tutorial. It's going to be a minimal lock screen setup, a minimal home screen setup, and I know you might be seeing a lot of minimal setups lately, but there are some things in this video that you might not already know, as we're going to be doing some custom modifications as well. So I'm going to be learning you something in today's new video. Let us begin. Great everyone, so like I said, today I'm going to be helping you guys set up an incredible looking lock screen as well as home screen. I'm just going to unlock the phone right here, and here is Skyscraper by Kwerdenker, or Sebastian Spindler, however you want to call him, but he's done a fantastic job with this very setup. As you can see, here is the lock screen right here. It's gone for a very clean architectural type look that you can see obviously with this very clean looking building at the background there. But of course, you can have a look at our widget that really makes it stand out at the bottom here. You can of course see your time. It's very easy to read when you just unlock your phone and you just glance to see what the time is. But more importantly, you've got your time and date there. You've got your location as well as temperature here. And of course, he's even put in a nice little weather icon here that looks just as good. And of course, this will change according to what your weather will be like outside. And of course, you've got, because it is widget locker, you can get this little unlocker slider tab thing right here. It looks really neat, very bold in this purple color. So of course, when you just slide across like that, it unlocks your phone to this very minimal home screen right here. At the top, we start here. It's also very clean, very minimal. It's got for the black tinted status bar, but I'll get more into that a little later on. But having a look at the wallpaper, it's got it for a very, also very minimal with this clouds all over this building here. It looks incredible, very sleek, and also very professional. Having a closer look, this is where all the action is happening at the bottom of the home screen. You've got this widget here that displays your agenda, depending on what is coming up next. And there's also this very purple and white weather icon. And what you may notice here is that if I select it or tap on it, it changes to your temperature in either Fahrenheit or Celsius, depending on what you may prefer. But as you can see, it is not a pop-up widget. It's not changing to another screen. This is all Super widget. So I'm going to get into that a little bit later on. It's a little trick up Kwerdenker's sleeve, which is quite incredible. The icons beneath these is Tendere by Ryan and Kelly. Also a fantastic flat rectangular look that really helps complete the look of this entire home screen. And of course, we've got the mono CM11 theme here, as you can see by these soft keys that look incredible. So if you'd like to know how to set up this very home screen, then let us begin with today's new video. Great, so before we begin, just letting you know what apps and resources that you'll be needing in order to complete this very setup. As you can see, there is quite a bundle here, but there is a lot more to it than meets the eye. So starting from left to right, we will be needing a good old file explorer such as ES File Explorer. It's free and it's probably one of the best around. The Mono Collection CM11 theme, I did cover it in a previous video of my top 5 CM11 themes. So if you're not too sure what it's all about, check in the link in the description below of more about that. That is to get that neat looking notification bar there, as well as these soft keys. So you can get away with it, as your phone does need to be rooted in order to complete this setup. Next up will be a Nova Launcher. You can get away with any other launcher, but Nova Launcher is probably the best because you can get the subgrids to move in your icons. Speaking of icons, will be the Tendere icon pack. As mentioned, you can use any other icon pack, but Tendere looks the best for this very setup. Next up will be tinted status bar. As mentioned, your phone does need to be rooted, so you will need to install the exposed installer, and then the tinted status bar is one of those custom modules that you need to install later on, but I'll get to that very soon. Next will be Widget Locker. It is a paid app, but it is probably one of the best lock screen apps. You will be needing it in order to set up your very own lock screen. As mentioned, you will be needing the exposed installer app. And next up will be Super Widget Pro, in order to add in those two Super widgets, or the two widgets on both your lock screen as well as your home screen. Then finally, Super Widget Utilities. Remember, you saw there that you changed the weather icon to just the temperatures, so you don't really need it, but it is kind of cool to have. I did do a complete guide on it, so you check in the link in the description below if you have no idea how to use it whatsoever. It is actually an incredible app, and I do really recommend to try it out. So now moving on to some background setup. Like I said, you do need to have the Mono Collection theme applied. Doesn't matter what color, as we will be changing that in the tinted status bar. So you do want to have a custom ROM installed, either CM11, Paranoid Android, the Mighty ROM, whatever one it is, as long as it supports custom CM themes. So once you have that CM theme enabled and you rebooted your phone and everything looks good, then you want to install the Exposed Installer app. Remember, your phone has to be rooted in order to get this app. So once there, you want to download the app called Tinted Status Bar. It is currently in beta. So if you swipe across and you want to download it and this does not appear, then you want to swipe to the settings right here and you want to look for the versions to be shown. You want to select that and you want to make sure that the beta option is enabled. Otherwise, it'll give you some error here. So make sure that beta is enabled and then you just don't worry, it does not mess anything up. I've been using it for a while now. It will not brick your phone or anything like that. So you want to download it. You want to go back into your Exposed Installer modules. Going a little bit back, you want to go into your modules and make sure that it is enabled. Rebooting your phone will then enable you to use it. So once your phone has been rebooted, you want to open up your Tinted Status Bar right here. It's going to load all of your apps, but the only one that we are worried about is the one called Nova Launcher. So we want to scroll a bit more down. There is the one here. I'm not sure if it makes a difference using Nova Launcher Prime, but for me, Nova Launcher worked just as well. You want to look for the option here, com.android.launcher2.launcher, and once you select that, it'll come up with your various colors to choose from. So we're going to be changing them up a bit slightly here. For your status bar tint, you want to make that completely transparent. So under your opacity settings here, drag it all the way to the left hand side and click apply. As you can see, it's now gone transparent. For your status bar icon color, for here you want to make that, instead of white, it may be white originally, but you want to swipe to the right hand side under color and make that completely black. Click apply. This will now change this top here. As you can see, it won't change here because remember, we only want to change it for Nova Launcher. Now of course, you want to change the soft keys here. You want to make them transparent, well, the background. So if we select this one here, change the opacity again to fully transparent and click apply. You can leave it as white or black, does not really bother me, but white looks very good. So that's all you need to do for Tinted Status Bar. I'm gonna go back out of everything. As you can see, that is now black, but the bottom here is white. So that looks good all around. Next up, we want to set up our Super widget templates. So if you want to check in the link in the description below, it comes with the zip file of all the resources. Now you can either download that resource pack onto your computer, extract it using various file extraction software, and then copy it onto your phone. Or you can just copy the zip file directly onto your phone and just extract it using EAS File Explorer. But the ones that you are worried about, you don't have to worry about the wallpapers or anything like that. The ones that you are worried about are those Super widget files. Those are the ones that end in .zw. Now, if you copy those and you open up your Super widget folder here, you want to look for the one here titled templates, and you just want to paste your Super widget files here. Remember, those are the ones that end in .zw. Now, these are the ones here titled Skyscraper HS and LS. One is for Homescreen and one is for Lockscreen. So once you paste them into the templates folder, you're almost good to go. You just need to set up your Lockscreen custom slider. Now, I will provide a link in the description below in order to get there, but it is basically just a custom slider available from DeviantArt. It is this one here titled Pull It for Widget Locker. It is free. You just need to click on the download button here. Make sure that it downloads properly. Sometimes it didn't download correctly, and then when I selected it, it gave a bad file message. So make sure that it downloads the whole 160 kilobytes of it. And once it is downloaded, here I have it right here. It just was downloaded into my downloads folder. I want to select it. This is in ES File Explorer. I want to select extract. So if I go more and select extract to, I can now choose my path where I want to extract it to. So I'm going to select choose or go choose path. And then I'm going to open up here, and this will now enable me to choose where I want to extract it to. I want to open up or select my data folder. This is quite important. And you want to select the com.teslacoil.widgetlocker folder. So once you select it there, you want to go into your themes folder, and you just want to extract all of the different Pull It widget locker themes into this very folder. So you're going to select OK, extract all of them right there, and that'll then enable widget locker to find wherever those may be. And that is your background setup done. Now all you left to do is to complete both the home screen and the lock screen. So I do apologize for quite a lengthy little intro there, but now the rest is plain sailing. So I'm going to start with my home screen right here because it is the easiest to set up. So let us begin now with the home screen setup. Cool, so starting off with the Nova Launcher settings. In order to do that, you just want to long press on the home screen. You want to select the little wrench there at the top corner, and this will bring you up into your Nova Launcher settings. From here, you want to select your desktop, and then into your desktop grid. Now a 9x6 did work pretty well. Just remember to have that subgrid positioning enabled because you do have an even number of columns enabled. So you will need that in order to move your icons accordingly. So you're just going to select OK right there. Your margins you always want to have on none. Home screen, you just want to have just one home screen. You can turn everything else off. You just want to have it as minimal as possible. So no labeling icons. Your widget overlap, you do want to have enabled. I'll get to that a bit later on, but that is for your desktop setup. So we're just going to select back right here. Your dock, you want to have that to be disabled. You don't want to have a dock at all. And that is your Nova settings complete. So just go back. Everything should be clean as possible. If you do have any widgets or icons, you want to remove every single one. Of course, you can just leave your app drawer there. So of course, now we want to change the wallpaper. Long press on the home screen, select wallpapers. You go into your preferred gallery app. I'm just going to choose my ES File Explorer because it does not really blend well with my Bluetooth mouse. So I'm just going to go into my downloads folder where I've kept this very wallpaper. And once you have enabled it, you just want to make sure that it touches the top and the bottom of this wallpaper. You just want to make sure that you get that building more or less in the middle like that. And from here, you just need to select OK. It'll now save your wallpaper and hopefully it should look like this. Now, of course, you want to add in your widget. So in order to do that, you just want to long press on the home screen. You want to select widgets right now. You want to scroll all the way to the bottom. You want to select Super Widget Pro. It does not matter what size you go for. Go for any size as you're going to long press now on it, and you want to select resize. Now it's going to enable you to resize it. Going to make it pretty much, I think that looks pretty good. Tap the icon or the widget now, go into your SD card. Remember, this is now where you have saved your Super Widget files. So we're going to look for the one here that's titled Skyscraper_HS. This is for your home screen. So there it is in all its glory. It looks amazing. So if we just go back now, let's see what it looks like. And that looks pretty good. We're going to resize it later on, but first we want to add in those icons. So you want to change your icon pack. You just want to long press on the home screen. What about this? You just want to go back into your Nova Launcher settings. You want to go into your look and feel now. You want to go into your icon theme and you want to change that to Tendere. So just take note of that. You just want to go back now. You can see your app drawer has changed. So all you have to do now, if you just go into your apps, you can now choose what apps you would like next to your app drawer. Does not bother me whatsoever. So of course, let's just put some in now. So once you have added in all the icons like this, remember, it doesn't matter what icons you go for, you just have to choose your preferred ones. You want to long press on the widget, you want to select resize and make sure that it covers pretty much, it just goes a little bit over your icons like that, so they're quite close together. Now of course it is overlapping the icons, so you just want to long press on the widget right now and you want to select send to back. So I think that looks pretty good. And of course you want to have Super Widget Utilities enabled, because now once you select this icon, you can either change it into Celsius or Fahrenheit depending on what your preference is. But of course if you select here, it's going to bring up your Super Widget configuration, but you don't really want that now, do you? So maybe you just want to go into your global preferences and you want to enable use Celsius, because I do kind of prefer using Celsius. And of course you just want to make sure that when you tap in this area, nothing happens. So you want to go into your widget on tap action. Remember, this is for your main settings. You want to go into widget on tap action and you want to select disabled. So this will still enable you, will not enable you to open up anything unless when you tap this area, and it'll change it to the icon. So we're just going to go back now. And it's a C, so that still works. You can still make it your icon, but tapping here will not change anything. So this is your home screen pretty much complete. There it is, quick and simple, and it looks incredible. Now let's move on to that lock screen. Great, so moving on to your lock screen now, you just want to go back into your app drawer. You want to open up Widget Locker. And if you do have anything on your lock screen, you just want to get rid of it. So you're just going to long press on it. You can either select remove, or you can just drag it into the X or the bin at the bottom. There it is, like that. So you want to make sure that it is completely blank, as now you just want to select your little white icon here on the top right hand side. Also bring it up into your Widget Locker settings. Make sure that Widget Locker is on, otherwise of course it will not work at all. But now you want to go into your look and feel. From here, you want to go select or enable alternative wallpaper. You want to go into your select wallpaper. This will now enable you in order to change your wallpaper, of course. So you want to select your other building wallpaper that you've copied onto your phone. So make sure that again that it just touches the top and bottom so your quality looks pretty good. So I think that is more or less how you want it, and you just want to select OK. So that'll now set the wallpaper for you, quick and simple like that. Your background tint does not really matter. Let's make it a little bit, I think that looks pretty good. So it does not really matter what tint you go for. You want to go down, you want to make sure that your notification bar, you want to make sure that it is hidden. So you want to hide the notification bar there, just to keep it as minimal as possible. You want to scroll a bit more up now. You want to go into your layout. From here, you want to make sure that automatically determine grid size has been disabled, and your anchor, if it is sitting in the middle, you want to drag that all the way to the bottom. Of course, now you want to change your grid size, so a 12 by 12 is recommended. I kind of just guessed that because the more the merrier. So you just want to select save, as that seemed to work out pretty well for me. Of course, if it doesn't work for you, maybe drop it down slightly. What you want to do now is to select back. You want to go into your advanced settings, because sometimes widget locker just bombs out. So you want to go into your home helper. Here you want to enable home helper component. It'll then open up a little dialog box. You want to select widget locker and then always, just so that it doesn't just keep bombing out the entire time. And then you want to go back in here and you want to enable home helper block home, and then as well as block home in other apps. So make sure that you do have those enabled. It does make your widget locker experience that much more bearable. So that is all your widget locker settings pretty much complete. You just want to go back now, and now you have a completely minimal setup. Is now you just want to add in your widget. So you want to long press on your lock screen. You want to select widgets now. You want to go scroll all the way down to Super Widget Pro. And of course, doesn't matter which size you go for, as you just want to long press on it, select resize. Pretty much you just want to have a little bit of a gap at the bottom, and there it is like that. So you're just going to select it right now. You want to select your SD card. Remember, this is where it has now been saved, and you want to look for the one here titled Skyscraper LS, which is your lock screen. Now this is perfect. Now sometimes you might open it up and it looks all funky dunky like this. It's not the correct size the way that it should be, so you can tell that it doesn't really fit. So let's make it a little bit wider. I'm going to long press on it, select resize. Let's bump it up a little bit like that, and now you want to select it once again, and let's see, wait, open up like that. As you can see, nothing's happened. But if you select your open little folder here, that icon, go back into your SD card and scroll all the way to the bottom again to this Skyscraper lock screen, and wait for it. There it is. It now fits perfectly. So remember, if everything looks a little bit too small or it doesn't really fit correctly, doesn't make it touch the sides, try resizing it. It may just save your life. So you just want to go back again, see what it looks like. Much better. So I'm just going to drag it to the bottom, try and not delete it. That is 100%. So there it is right there. You just want to long press on it. Now you want to select block clicks. Of course, you want to just allow clicks if you want to make a few changes, but I like the way it looks like this. So I'm going to long press once again, as all we have to do now is to add in your custom slider. So you want to select custom slider right now. You want to select your drop down menu, and you want to scroll all the way. As you can see, they've all now been added. So remember, you want to paste each one of those widget locker files of the pull its different colors. You want to paste all of them, or you don't have to if you just only want one or two colors. Make sure you have pasted them into the themes folder of that widget locker folder. So I'm going to select the purple one, and of course you just want to select the one on the right hand side. You do not need it. I'm just going to swipe it to the left hand side, select disabled. It is now gone. You want to now select the one on the left hand side, swipe it to the right. For some reason it changes the icon. Don't know how to do it, but don't worry, you can select your icon tab right here. So you just need to select a blank PNG. Don't worry, I have provided one in the link below, so you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. But that's pretty much it. You just want to select done right now. It is a bit teeny tiny. If we just long press on it, select resize, we just want to make sure that it covers that widget nice like that. I think that looks spectacular. You just want to tap away. Let's see, it all looks pretty good. Now what you may notice is that if you swipe to say the right hand side and opens up your camera, you swipe to the left hand side, it opens up your shortcuts. If that's not really your cup of tea, especially if you have your slider here and it keeps opening up your different apps there, and it is quite annoying, what you want to do is then go into your settings menu here. You want to go into your buttons and inputs. If you select it right there, and you want to disable the one here titled left bezel for apps. So if that is enabled, you want to disable it. It'll then prevent you each time from opening up this side right here. See, nothing there at all. So that is your lock screen complete, guys. You can just swipe, see if it works. That looks much better. Let me just test it out. As you can see, it looks 100 times better to your old lock screen. Very minimal, very sleek. I really enjoy it. Looks very professional. Got your slider right here that when you swipe, it'll then unlock your phone to your equally minimal home screen. It looks incredible here. Got your gender here. Got your weather right there that when tapped, you can then change it to your preferred weather choice. And of course, you got all your icons at the bottom there. It's a completely amazing theme, very well put together. I really enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed it too. If you do have any questions, do not forget to ask in the comment section below. So thanks very much, guys, for watching this video. Hopefully now your phone looks a whole lot better. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up as well. So please subscribe to the mycolorscreen channel. It will truly mean a lot to us. Also, don't forget to check out our various social communities in the description below. And of course, mycolorscreen's official one-click theming launcher titled Themer. It's still in beta, but it's available free from the Google Play Store. We're always trying to make it better and better. And so please just leave a review. It would really mean a lot to us. Other than that, it is Marco here for the mycolorscreen channel. And as always,
don't stop customizing.